My name is Taylor Helland, and I'm 18 years old. I'm a freshman at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm a Chi Omega. Y'all are crazy. 4 years ago, when I was 14, I was diagnosed with signet ring cell adenocarcinoma, a type of colon cancer. You cannot imagine how devastating this was, but I decided, along with my family and wonderful boyfriend and all my friends, to fight this. I would do everything I could to survive and live a happy, normal life.
A little bit about Taylor. She was a wonderful little girl. She was just so loving and sweet. She was very shy until she got into a softball team, and her coach really brought out the best in her and just had so much love in her heart.
Taylor was 10 years younger than me. She was just the cutest little baby, and I was so ecstatic to have a little sister and a baby doll and a friend and all wrapped into one.
She always seemed to make everyone around her feel comfortable, even if she was a shy person. Taylor really was such a kind and joyful person.
She was diagnosed when she was 14, and she had been having some stomach pain, and they were doing a lot of tests. But they kept saying, you know, we know it's not cancer. 14-year-old girls just don't get colon cancer, so we know it's not that. And finally, the surgeon said, we're just going to go in and take that section of her colon out. And they called us into what I remember as being a really tiny little conference room that was incredibly hot. And he said, we've got some very bad news. Your daughter has colon cancer, and it's a very rare, very aggressive form of colon cancer.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and my world changed in 1 second.
We met with some adult colon cancer specialists, and they couldn't believe that a 14-year-old girl had colon cancer. One doctor said, she's 1 in a million. She's 1 in 100 million. And I said, she already was 1 in 100 million. So.
Having a cancer diagnosis at 14 was a big shock. And she very quickly then turned 15 and battled with over 13 surgeries, over 58 rounds of 3-day chemo.
That was the thing about Taylor. You know, you would hear her story and you'd hear all the things she'd been through, but then you'd look at her and, you know, she looked great. She didn't lose her hair. The chemo didn't make her lose her hair. And she always had a beautiful smile on her face.
And it got to the point where she was in college. We would pick her up on Friday, go do chemo for 3 days, take her back late Sunday night, and then she would get up Monday morning and go to her classes. Taylor wanted to live a normal life, and she didn't want cancer to rule her world.
Julia contacted Make-A-Wish. She's got colon cancer. You know, might she qualify for a wish? They absolutely, they contacted us right back.
Taylor got to decide what her wish was, and she wanted to go to Italy.
I would say one of her favorite moments, besides food, would just be all the scenery and the time with our family and just the break from hospitals. And she just felt really good and was so happy in Italy, and we were all so happy.
This wish was just magical, that we had this wonderful time eating and shopping, sightseeing with really no cancer. We didn't think about cancer. We didn't worry about the next scan.
Taylor did talk about her trip to Italy with me. It just made her so happy and filled her with so much joy, and I think was such a part of the reason that she was able to fight for as long as she did.
Watching her go through that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But just seeing her come back from all these things and seeing all the love and all the lives she changed was incredible.
I have never met anybody else like her, and she affects me still.
And another gift that Make-A-Wish gave us is that when we look back at our pictures of the trip, it brings Taylor to us.